It's like, wait a minute. Don't call me the big bad wolf.
Where are we going here?
I don't what? What kind of segue is that? Actually, you know what? The thing is, Lou, I've seen this on the air a number of times.
Yeah.
And first of all, we love the price, especially for what it does.
Yeah.
Because we've sold almost 27,000. And because I come from a farm, so I'm used to air compressors being these big,
loud,
heavy,
massive,
clunky, loud. But you know what? That's not what we need. We need for our exercise ball, for the basketball, for the volleyball, for the soccer ball.
Right.
This is your complete solution.
And this is done. And for a second, take a look at everything that you get, because this kit is so complete. First of all, you're going to get the Air Hawk itself, which is sitting right here, okay?
Yep.
Looks kind of like a little handheld drill, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, actually.
It's battery operated, so there's that lithium-ion battery that fits in the bottom of that right there, totally rechargeable.
Yep.
You're gonna get the charger with that as well. We give you accessory tips that go on here. So if you're trying to fill, you know, a basketball or volleyball or football or anything like that, you've got the needle for that.
Yep.
But then everything else goes with that. Balloons, pool toys, air mattresses, you've got that as well. We also give you this attachment right here. I'm gonna put this guy in front here.
Yep.
This guy actually has a cord that will plug into the lighter or power port in your car. So if you ever, for some reason, do run down the battery and you're out in the middle of nowhere, you can plug it into the car if you absolutely have to. And then it all comes in a nice carrying case.
Very cool.
It really is. And I'll tell you what, it's a real compressor, and you gotta understand that going into this, okay? It's not like, you know, with an air mattress sometimes, they give you this little thing with a fan that spins, and it's, that's an inflator. This is a compressor.
It's a compressor.
And I wanna show you, listen to this. Now, on the back of this, you're gonna see there's 3 buttons. This button will turn it on, okay? When I turn it on right there's a digital pressure gauge built into this, okay?
Nice.
And so I can set, using the plus and minus buttons that are next to that, whatever pressure it is I want. So if my tire is 32 pounds, I put 32 in there, this will stop when it reaches the desired. Very smart, takes the guesswork out of filling the tire. On the front of this, you've got an LED light right there, okay?
Cool.
So with that LED light, if you're on the side of the road in the middle of the night, you've already got that covered. Then, on the bottom, right here, we have your accessories, the needle tip and the, I call it the other inflator tip. That one's on there, and you're never gonna lose them because they attach to this. And then finally, there's a hose in the top of this. Now, this hose, I'm gonna attach this right now. This is the hose that everything else attaches to, okay? Now, notice everything screws on here, and the reason it screws on here is, again, because it's a real compressor. When I start this, you're gonna hear the piston going back and forth inside of this, okay? Real compressors have pistons, because what they do is they take the air from the outside, the ambient air, and they put it under pressure using that piston. That's exactly what your Air Hawk is going to do. So we're gonna stick that in there, hit the power button. Now there's a trigger right here. See that red trigger? I'm gonna squeeze the trigger, and as soon as I do, watch what happens to that ball. And with a ball, you don't set the pressure. With something like this, you just kind of do it to touch. You feel it. Now watch this, that was flat. See what I'm talking about? In just a couple seconds, we filled that up. Now, not just for the athletic balls, though. Let's say, for instance, that you go to the beach with the kids, okay? And you walk from your car about 100 yards down to the shore, carrying all your stuff with you. And as you get down there, the kids say to you, they look at you and they go, can you please blow up this pool toy for me, this float? So you grab this float right here, and you look at this and you go, you know what? Yeah, that doesn't look like it's gonna be too hard.
Doesn't look like much, right?
No. So you start huffing and puffing on this guy, okay? I want you to see something with this, because looks can be deceiving. I'm gonna start filling it up. And watch what happens here, because this is not a normal float. Nope. This is actually a 3-dimensional nightmare.
Okay, I ran out of breath 30 seconds ago.
Right? Yeah. Now you're getting dizzy.
Now I'm hitting my 911 help.
And we've passed out at this point.
Pretty much.
Exactly. But we're done. I mean, so with the Air Hawk, this doesn't become a nightmare. This becomes something the kids aren't crying. Right. It's done in just seconds. And because it's portable, you can take it right down to the shore.
It's small but mighty, so don't let that size fool you. In fact, it does. It sounds, now obviously not in the same capacity as the ones on my dad's farm, but it's a real compressor. It's a real compressor. That's the thing that's so cool about this. And you're gonna use this a million times over, whether it's safety, the tires on your automobile, or it's just the fun factor. Believe it or not, the weather will be turning warmer.
This is what I've heard.
Allegedly, that's in theory. So we're gonna have more outdoor activities and you need this.
Maybe bike riding?
Of course.
Okay then, take a look at the bike sitting down in front of the table, because funny thing about bicycles, they always know when you're gonna go for a ride because the tires go flat. They just do, right? So this guy right here, this is one super flat tire, as you can see right there. You got a family of 4, everybody's got a bicycle, each bike has 2 tires, that's 8 tires, okay? That's a long time. Now, watch what I'm gonna do. I've already preset the pressure for this tire using the plus and minus buttons right here. There's a digital pressure gauge. If I pull that trigger and I walk away, notice I don't have to babysit it, right? No. So what it's doing now is it's filling that tire. When it reaches the pressure that I've already already told it, listen, this is where you need to be.
Yeah.
It's going to shut itself off, okay? And when it does that, in the meantime, what am I doing? I'm packing lunch, I'm loading the other bicycles
You're doing
up.
your stuff.
Yeah, doing anything else I want to do, done.
Now
Not guessing,
that's cool.
not guessing at the pressure. It's the exact pressure that I tell it to do because it's digital.
That is so smart. You know what? Because actually, Daryl, my producer, used to do a lot of mountain biking too. And I used to, and when I lived in Minneapolis, I would actually drive to the bike shop.
Right.
No, I'm serious.
To get it
filled up, I would, because I didn't have anything at home. And all right, it might be a girl thing. Lou knows my toolkit is a butter knife.
It's a butter knife.
I have a challenge is, changing light bulbs. So I'm like, oh, compressor, that's beyond me. I can't have one of those. And I used to have one of those little hand pumps. And I'm telling you what, I could never get that thing to really work.
Well, and the thing is that a little hand pump is, for small jobs, it'll take a while, but it'll get it done. For bigger jobs, though,
no way.
It's a no-go, okay? So if you're talking about your car tires, if you're talking about the bicycle tires, it's gonna take a while. Anything where there's a lot of pressure, it's going to take a long time with those. With the AirHawk, not so much. The AirHawk goes very, very quickly because, again, it's a real compressor. For instance, all right, see what they're doing right there? I wanna show you that live. And the reason is, a wheelbarrow's a funny thing because when you don't realize that the tire is flat until you actually put stuff in it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
No,
it always looks like the tire's inflated. So right now we've got 70 pounds of river rock inside here. I mean, this is real, okay? This is a metal wheelbarrow right there. This tire is dead flat. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the AirHawk. I've already preset the pressure for this tire, but what's amazing is it's not just gonna fill the tire. It's going to lift the wheelbarrow, the metal wheelbarrow. It's going to lift 70 pounds of rock. Yeah, look, right there. And now what's my option otherwise? My option otherwise is I'm gonna empty that wheelbarrow, throw it in the back of the car, drive to the gas station, pay $2 to fill one tire. Yeah. And then drive back home, load the wheelbarrow up again, and get back to work. I've lost, like, what, 45 minutes at this point.
I was going to say, or you ask somebody else to help.
Or you ask somebody else to do it.
that would be my...
If you have the AirHawk, you just, air's free, yes? So when you have the AirHawk, it is anyway, you hook it up, and in just seconds, that's going to stop. Now, I want you to think about this. We were talking about the hand pump a moment ago, okay? Done. It's already done, okay?
Oh, that is cool. It's hands-free like that.
Yeah, isn't it neat? If I broke out this air pump, and I want you to listen to this guy. Ready? You like that? How long is that gonna take to fill the tire and lift that wheelbarrow on the 70 pounds of rock? I got you with that one. I'm paying you back for the wolf.
You are! Oh my God, that sound!
So this, not so much. It's not gonna work great. Now we've got this one. This is awesome for an aerobic workout. This is a foot pump. It really is. You're gonna get, your calves are gonna be massive after you use this. Man. But it's not gonna inflate anything. Now, I used to carry one of these around in my vehicle, and this actually works pretty well. Problem is though, see that right there? Has to be plugged into the vehicle. And so therefore, if I'm hiking, if I'm down by the beach, I got 11 feet. That's how far I can get from my car. And that's it. I'm not filling up anything except the tire if I need to. With the AirHawk, totally portable. Here's everything, by the way, in this carrying case. Everything I showed you a moment ago, the charger, the battery, the corded units in here, all your accessories, it's all in this case. Hook and loop fasteners on there. So I just throw these in the back of all my vehicles, and it's always there.
It is. And remember, this is only as long as supplies last. It's through President's Day weekend. This is the first time since it's sold out, before the holidays. And I have to say, I know if you live in Minnesota, although my mom said it was going to get a little bit warmer, believe it or not, spring will be sprunging very soon, and that means you're doing more outdoor activities. And generally speaking, that means more stuff. The inflatable pools, the little floaties for the kids, the basketballs, the volleyballs, the soccer balls. But more importantly, for someone like myself, I think it's because they're doing a lot of road construction around my neighborhood. It seems like every other day that I've got a tire that looks a little low. So right now what I have to do is either drive to a mechanic shop and say, can you check the tire pressure for me, please? Or I bankroll and make sure that I've got the whole stack of quarters.
A whole roll of quarters.
A whole roll of quarters.
A roll of quarters.
The roll of quarters.
Yeah.
And then, quite frankly, most of them, I don't trust their little gaugy things on there. You know what I'm talking about?
Because they don't work.
Because they don't work.
They almost never work. And a lot of them are analog. So you're kind of guessing where that needle is. Okay, so usually when that little light comes on, your tire's only down about 5 to 7 pounds. That's it. Ooh. So a lot of folks just wait till they're all low. Yeah. Okay, so that is a roll of quarters at that point. We've already preset this. We've took 5 pounds of air out of this tire. We preset the AirHawk to the pressure we want. I'm gonna pull the trigger, and now we're gonna walk away. This is us walking.
That's cool.
We're walking because we don't have to sit here. We're walking, we're walking.
Talking.
Yeah, because we don't have to babysit the AirHawk while it's working. So it's gonna fill that tire for me, but here's why you need to stay on top of this, okay? For a lot of people, they will let that little light come on and stay on for weeks, okay? First of all, you're getting worse mileage than you should, so you're wasting gas. Your tires are wearing out in a weird way, so they're going to wear out much faster and have to be done.
Yeah.
Done. Just like that. See that? Then the third thing is they're not safe. When your tires aren't properly inflated, they're a little mushy.
Yeah.
You're not getting the grip on the road you need to. So that's why it's important to stay on top of that. With the AirHawk, you can. And I'm going to tell you something. You were talking about those pressure gauges, okay?
Yeah.
I want you to see something here, folks, okay? Take a look at this. What is easier to read? Is it the digital display that's in blue right here? Or is it this little guy?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to tell you something. Kudos to you. If you can read those little numbers as opposed to those big numbers,
yeah, right?
I can read these. This I have no. Oh, Tate can read them. Nice. He's like what, 15?
Yeah,
of course he can read them.
And that's after his latest birthday.
After his latest birthday. That's right.
But that's the thing. I mean, honestly, even with my Joy Mangano readers, it's not precise. It's not exact.
It's not. Well, anything analog is never going to be as precise as something digital. That's the point at the end of the day. And that's why it's important to have it. And again, to your point, you go to the gas station. Does it work? I don't know. You're guessing with those gauges.
You
That's
really
the problem.
are.
Let's go back and inflate some stuff.
Let's do that. Okay, we've got about 90 seconds before we have to move.
Oh,
and the convenience of this alone will definitely pay for itself. All right.
Watch what I'm going to do now. Okay, I'm talking to all the soccer moms and dads out there. The ones who, you go to all the practices with the kids, you've got that giant mesh bag full of balls that are always uninflated, underinflated.
Yep.
Watch this. We're going to take this volleyball right here. All right, turn on our AirHawk. Watch how quickly I can go from just completely underinflated to right where we need it to be. And again, when you're dealing with the athletic balls, you don't set a pressure. You just kind of do it by feel, and we're done. I mean, that thing's ready to go right there. That bad boy is good to go.
That is awesome.
You can do that with the AirHawk. So now that dozen, volleyballs or soccer balls that you brought with you to the field, you can fill them all right there where you're waiting.
It's so smart. And remember, you do get the whole set. I love that little case that comes with.
Don't be afraid of stuff like this now. I'm telling you, if you've been shying away from the big, nice, comfortable pool toys.
No, it's true.
When you got the AirHawk, it's not even a challenge.
Please, it's child's play.
Child's play takes moments.
Exactly. Bring on the raft. Bring on the floaties. Bring it on. But that's just it. There is a lot of spring and summer ahead.
Yep.
And more than that, just your safety and security factor. If you just want to save money on your gas mileage, most of us, I know I'm speaking for myself at least, we usually have one tire that's a little suspect. And
a little wonky.
A little wonky. So get it. You will use it. It'll pay for itself most certainly. And you get all the accessories that you need as well. I mean, this is a complete package. And love that everything has its place, too, because that's usually the thing. I'm losing pieces.
I'm the king of
parts.
losing stuff. I love that everything's on here. Don't leave home without it. That's all I'm
Don't
gonna
leave
say.
home without it.
Nope.
All right, Lou's not going anywhere. In fact, we've got a today's special, too, to talk about. We've also got 4 or more flex pay for the holiday weekend. So definitely shop till you drop. Don't have to leave the house or anything. All right, we know that you like shopping mobily. I know I